Hi guys, and welcome back to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today, I am going to take $410, stuff it into one cash fund, a number of sinking funds, and then set some money aside for my savings challenges. If you are new here, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I would love if you'd take a second, hit that subscribe button down below. If you enjoy my videos, I'd love a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on anything I do today. So this money comes from a variety of different places. Some of this is from my second paycheck of the month. Some of this is from my mileage check. I get a mileage check at the present moment. Some of this is from my daughter. We pay her car insurance, but then she gives us the money back, so really she pays for it. So that's part of this as well. And then I was so excited. This month, I finally got paid. I did a training after hours, which I was supposed to get paid for, and I never did. And I kind of forgot about it until all of a sudden I had an extra $65 in my account. I was like, where'd that come from? So I asked the secretary who works in our office, and she's like, oh, did you do that training? Oh, yay! So I got some extra money to stuff as well. So yay, so excited. But this $410 comes from a wide variety of places. And then it just kind of gets divvied out a little here and a little there. So let's get started. So the first we're going to do is pet. This $15 that I'm going to put in here actually is from my daughter. It's part of the money she gives us. We are still cat sitting, so as my husband would say, it's the funniest thing, her cat support is what this is. So there's $15 to go into pet, and excuse me, and there was already $1 in here. I decided to put 5 ones in here instead of a $5 bill because recently a handful of the things I've bought, I've needed to break change, so I figured it was just easier to put 5 ones in and I didn't have to break change later. I have a lot more sinking funds than will ever get stuffed at one time. Like back to school, we're not doing anything with it. Car maintenance isn't going to get anything. Christmas I have turned into a savings challenge. I should just take this out. There's no point in it being there. Clothing is not going to get any funds today. Debt pay down, that's a savings challenge too. We're going to put that to the side too. We're going to take that one out. Emergencies. Emergencies is going to get some money. Now, this is also a sinking fund for me. However, a savings challenge for me. However, I want to still have money on hand while in the meantime I save some extra money for emergencies. So we're going to put 25 into emergencies today. Now, the big difference between my cash envelopes and my sinking fund envelopes is that I do use a tracker for these, where I do not for my cash envelopes. So let me find my pen. I put it somewhere. There it is. We're going to put today's date, add 20, which should give me 221. Or no, I added 25, which should give me 226 inside of here. Now these are my fake 100s, yay! It means I have this in the bank working for me. So 100, 200, 220, 225, 226. Now, if you've been around for any time, my emergency fund gets, anytime it gets $300, $400, $500, something happens and it's empty again. Well, we get back down to this 200 again. So something happened, we had to send money to one of our girls, so that's all right. We had the money, and that's why I'm continuing to put money into emergencies and the savings challenge I have going on for my emergencies. E-wedding has turned into a savings challenge. However, there is currently cash in here, so I'm not going to move that to the side. Family birthday. Family birthday is where everybody in our house, I knew it was coming soon. Hold on, we got to grab a tracking sheet. All right, so date. So everybody in our house, we try to do $100 for birthdays. And with that, that's $50 a month for my husband, so $25 on each of his checks. And then we put a little bit extra in as well to kind of buffer it up, because when I started this, we got to the point where I was having to take money from something else and then put it back in here to pay for it. So I don't want that to happen again. So we put a little bit extra in. So today I'm going to add $10, which gives me started with 280, which should bring me up to 290. Add my $10. So again, fake 100 just says it's working for me. 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 290. Now we're about to start wiping this out. Our next birthday happens first week of March. We've got one the first week of April, middle of May, first week of June. So we're about to wipe this out, but is what it is, but I have it, and that is what I'm loving about this right now. Family time is not going to get any funds today. Fireproof safe is not going to get any funds today. Furniture is up next. Furniture is going to get $5. Most of the furniture in our house is pretty old. All of a sudden I can't talk, and that's because I haven't put money in here since November. That just, oh, that saddens me. That's why I stopped talking all of a sudden. I'm so sorry. So most of the furniture in our house is pretty old. We honestly haven't bought any since one of our daughters was little, like 3. She's now in her 20s. So we are in desperate need of furniture, but at the same time, what we have is working. So just trying to set a little bit aside. So $250. So again, money working, $200 working, $220, $240, $245, $250. That matches up. Yay! All right, so furniture is on its way. Garden, it's getting close to garden season. I'm only putting $5 in here. I should probably be putting more in here than what I am, but I'm not. So add 5, so that gives me 98 is what should be in here. We aren't too good at gardening, but we keep trying, but we aren't too good at gardening. 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. I giggle, we live in North Florida. It is February, and I actually have 2 tomato plants that I've had since the summer, so I didn't put them in the right pots to start with. They didn't grow the way they were supposed to, but needless to say, it is February, and I have cherry tomatoes on my tomato plants. Somehow we have avoided the freeze. Yay! So, trying. The only thing I'm really good at growing are green beans, and other than me, nobody in the house likes them, so that's all right. We're going to keep trying. So that was garden. Next up is gifts. Gifts are for those people not in our house when we go to get stuff. Today, and this usually doesn't have a whole, I usually don't pull a lot from it, but I want to make sure that I've got it in case I need it. My mom's birthday was not too long ago. I do need to pull some money from here, pick something up for when I stop over at her house the next time. So this will decrease the next time I go to stuff, but there should be 118, 50, 100, 110, 115, 116, 117, 118. Now something about gifts, there's $100 in here, but I won't ever put that into the bank because I want to have this as spendable cash right now. So because of that, I keep this in here so that I can easily get it, use it, and don't have to worry about anything. Home repair, actually home repair has turned into a savings challenge as well, so that's just going to go to the side. Our baby is not 16, not close. He's still a couple years out from 16, but for every child, for the 2 that have lived with us, his older brother and sister, we have gotten them a car when they turn 16. Now we're not talking some expensive thousands and thousands of dollars. It's roughly $3,000 to $5,000. I think the first one was like 2 something, the second one was 3. So we're trying to stay around that, but I'd like to start saving a little now so that when he does turn 16 and my husband's like, where are we pulling the money from? I can go, look, I have money. Because last time we got lucky and just happened to have it. The first time he worked at a car dealership, so we got a killer deal on the vehicle. So we made it work, but I would have liked to have not have made it work, and I would have liked to have just had that money. So that's where we are going with this. Today's date, I said I'm adding $5. $5 in the big picture is not a lot of money. However, I know I still have time. So again, money working, $200 working, 220, 240, 260, 280, 285. That matches. Yay! Love it when it matches. I get a little stressed when it doesn't. And yes, I forget to grab monies. I forget to add it right. It's just all kinds of things. Land. So I am getting really excited about land. We are going to be $5. We are going to be working on purchasing land up in East Tennessee. We're waiting. Housing market has gone ridiculously crazy insane, so fortunately we don't have the funds to do this right now. So when we do, we're hoping we have money when the housing market begins to come back down and into reality prices. So working on saving money right now. When my husband's truck is paid off, we actually are going to start to take the majority of his truck payment and put it in here, and I cannot wait for that to happen. So I should have 205, 100, 200, 205, and we only have 100 working for us. I need to get this other 100 in the bank. I cannot wait until this starts to grow exponentially so that we can hopefully in the next couple of years purchase a nice piece of property in East Tennessee. Lottery is, I know, something we shouldn't do, but reality, we do. So I like to have money set aside for it. My husband's favorite thing to do is to get a book, which runs anywhere from $300 to $900. There's nowhere that amount in here. But it would be nice that when he wants to get a book, we're not pulling so much from savings, and I can pull it from here too. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 105, and that matches up. Medical. We got a little bit in here. Medical, we're going to pull over 25 more. I am in need of some more vitamins, so definitely going to work on. This is going to be spent really fast. Gosh, most of these haven't been stuffed since December. That's just so sad. It's the middle of February. I said 25 more, which should give me $35 altogether. It does. 10, 20, 35. All right. Miscellaneous. There's not a lot in here, but we're going to add 5 more. Which gives me $10 in here. Wow, that's really sad. Spelling's not my thing. I made my envelopes. There's a link down below on how I made them, but I made my envelopes. I'm not a good speller. I don't know about you. Spelling's not my thing in no way, shape, or form. And I accidentally spelled miscellaneous wrong, and someone was so nice and told me. So if you see writing on the back, sometimes that's what happened, and sometimes I just reused an envelope. New vehicle. So my husband is in denial. He thinks I'm getting the next new vehicle in the house. Mine is a 2012. However, we have an RV, which we have to pull behind the truck. So my goal is to work on getting him a new truck because safety issues. And I want to make sure that when we are out driving around and doing vacations and hauling the RV, I want to make sure that we're extra safe. So he doesn't know that yet, but he's going to get the next vehicle. So 260, 200 working for us, 220, 240, 250, 255, 260. Everything matches up. Love it when that happens. Next on my list is office supplies. Not going to get anything. It currently is fully funded. So I use this to buy cardstock for envelopes. To make envelopes, I use it to buy actual just white cardstock. I use office supplies to buy ink for my printer. I buy it to use pens, but right now I haven't spent anything, so it's fully funded, so we're just going to skip it. Pay it forward's not going to get anything. Retirement, not out of any of these. Actually, that's a lie. So I've already transferred it over to the bank, so I don't need to put it in here. Savings. This is when my husband gets paid. That's not any of this. Tag renewal. All right. So we are going to drop in a couple of dollars for tag renewal. Add another 5, which should give me 185. 120, 40, 60, 85. Very nice. Getting close. And to be honest, I have no idea how much I need for tags because I didn't pay attention last year. We have 4 things to tag: my husband's truck, my car, our daughter's car, and the RV. My daughter pays us back what actually that $5 is from her to pay for her tag so that she doesn't have to worry about it, and I don't pay for it, she does. Vacation gas. I told you that we like to go out in the RV. Because we like to go out in the RV, or pulling the RV, it takes a little bit extra money because my husband's truck already doesn't get good gas mileage, and then you put the RV behind it, and now we are in real trouble. So I tried to get $400 in here so that we have extra gas money. Sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't. That's all right. But I'd like to have it as a buffer. We use our savings for our vacation, and then this is for just extra gas. So again, money working. I should have 300 working. I do. 300, 320, 330, 335. That matches. So creeping in on that 400. Cannot wait until I can say fully funded. It's one of my favorite things to say, but we're not there. All right, video equipment. I would love to get some extra video equipment. I am working off my phone the majority of the time, and that's difficult. So I'd really like to change that up. Today I'm going to add $10, which puts me at $145 if everything is right. 100 working, 100, 120, 130, 140, 145. That all adds up. Right, and then 25th anniversary. So my husband and I actually have celebrated 23. This year we'll do 24. Next year we will do 25. So I have started really slow, really slow in saving money for us to be able to go do something special. So we're going to add $10 more. Gives me 75. It's not a priority right now, and because it's not a priority right now, it just gets a little bit here and a little bit there. So 20, 40, 60, 65, 75. Hold on. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. Yes, all of a sudden I thought I skipped something. So slowly, very slowly, getting there. My next envelope is my 1 month ahead. This actually has turned into a savings challenge, but there is still some money in here, so I'm going to leave this envelope here. Next up is investing. I usually leave this in the bank and just transfer it around, but for some reason I pulled it out, so I've got to get it back in. So that's $30. So this will need to go to the bank and get put into and towards investing. This is an envelope that I got from the Budget Mom. I went in and got did her freebies, and this was one of the patterns that I really liked. Now, unfortunately, I don't like this one. It's a little short, so if I were to fold it over, I feel like the cash inside of it would get bent. But I found some other ones that I like that I use more often. This one doesn't get used a lot, so I'm okay with it, and I printed it, so that's a lot of ink to waste, so it gets used. And then the last thing that I'm going to stuff are my savings challenges, but they aren't really savings challenges yet. So I set money aside when I have the opportunity to, and then when I feel like I've got a good bit of money, then I will color in all of my savings challenges sheets, mark it off, track it, and all that other stuff. So today is really just about getting money set aside, so when I have the funds, I can do this. I thought there was a different one. I thought my 5 cents was supposed to, oh, there it is. I don't know why it's not in order. Okay, there we go. Nickel's supposed to be on top. 5 cents is the cheapest, so it's supposed to be on the top. So each of these has a different purpose. My nickel challenge today is going to get $27. It is my future emergency fund. The goal is to save about $3,000, just over $3,000. So 20, 25, 26, 27. So I try to put some in often. My 25 cents challenge is my investing challenge. So I'm gonna put $6 in it, 5, 6. Oh, I grabbed too many cards. My 50-cent challenge is for, so that was investing. So this is debt pay down. Once it gets fully funded, I'm going to pay something down. Don't know what, because I don't know where I'm going to be with everything when it finally gets paid. My $1 challenge is my Christmas challenge. This one I am making a effort to fully fund by Christmas because, well, I need Christmas money. So it's going to save roughly $1,300, I think is what it's going to roughly save. So this one I'm being more diligent about putting money in it. So let's 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38 is what I want to put over there right now. All right. Home improvement. We need doors. Especially we have a French door. We really need a new French door. So 25 is going to go over there. There's already 5 here. Alphabet challenge is going to get $10. My holiday challenge, so if you saw me stuff last savings challenges, you know that my holiday challenge was for Valentine's Day, got fully funded, yay! I've started a new one that's going to be for Easter, so want to make sure I start setting money aside for it. So we're going to put $4 there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last savings challenge that I'm going to put money aside for is 2022 and 2022. This is my 1 month ahead, and I really want to save an extra $2,000 for my 1 month ahead. So intentionally saving for it. So I have $110 here that I'm gonna divvy up and break up in a different way. I am a sticky girl. I like to write myself notes so that I know. So I would like 50. I want to do, so let's put you here. I wanted to do a 50. I wanted to do a 35. So 20, 35. And then I wanted to do a 25. So I will put a card up in the corner for you to see my different savings challenges, and that'll make sense why I broke this up the way I did. And then there's just a poor one lonely dollar in there. And then let's go ahead and put my sticky on. And then when I add more money to it, I'll know already what there is, and then I can make adjustments how I would like to. So those are all of my, see, I reused it. Those are all of the things that I'm stuffing today. I want to say thank you so much for joining me as I stuffed my cash fund, or my one cash fund, all of those sinking funds, my investment, and my savings challenge. I love when it gets this thick. If you haven't already, I'd greatly appreciate if you take a second, hit subscribe down below, thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your comments on anything today. I hope you have a great day. Oh, bye guys.